What's going on, beautiful people? It is your host, the God Armani. And the topic for today is power in your words. Now, as always, I speak on my own experiences, and this is something that I have recently come to learn, that there is a power in your words. When I was younger, I used to be like a negative Nancy in a way, but that was because I was dealing with so many things that in time, as y'all listen to each episode and the things I've gone through, you'll learn why. But I was dealing with like a lot of depression and puberty and anxiety and just all of these other things. And so although I was this happy and smiling, always like the life of the party person, I also will come off as like a negative Nancy. So we could be having fun at, a Christmas party or birthday party or whatever. And I'm just like, oh no, I don't want to, I don't feel like doing this, or I just want to sleep or whatever. But again, it was because of depression and anxiety, stuff like that. It was like me deflecting, like I didn't want to take part in a lot of things that I'm also now realizing as an adult. That it was like anxiety and stuff. But yeah, I came off as like a negative Nancy, and then even sometimes too, like even when I wasn't, people would mistake my words or my demeanor for that. Like they were like, oh, you always whining, you always complaining. Stop doing that. And I had to tell myself to make sure that I spoke up for myself. But there's a power, going back to, there's a power in your words. So if you're saying that you can't do something, then baby, guess what? You won't. Like that's a real thing. If you keep telling yourself, I can't, I don't know if I can, I don't think I can, I can't do it, then trust and believe you will not do it. Whatever it is that you should be doing and succeeding at, you ain't gonna do it. Like it just is not gonna happen for you. And it's gonna be mostly because you took the power from the positive and you gave the power to the negative, and you kept telling yourself, no, I can't. But why? You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta speak, motivation into yourself. Speak positively about yourself and into your situation so that you can do it, so that you will succeed. One of the ways that I really learned that there was a power in my words was, I want to say a few years ago, about 2020, 2021. And I actually made a short, brief video about this, but now I'm kind of elaborating on it. I was coming to LA. I'm in LA now, by the way. So I was coming to LA for my birthday. I was just coming here for my birthday. I wanted to treat myself, got to treat the God. I think I was turning 31 or 30, whichever. Anyway, I brought myself to LA for my birthday. So I came here, got a hotel room. I rented a boat, and not a big boat, like not no big ass yacht. Don't try to go overthinking it. It was like this small boat for like 4 people, but it was something that I had never done before. So, I'm just treating myself, like the royalty that I am. No, I don't have a God complex. That's just a name. But anyway, it's another story for another day. But yeah, so I'm treating myself and I'm just really having a great time. And I'm like, yo, I said the next time I come to LA, I'm going to have as much fun as I did, but I'm going to be bringing my art. Like, it's going to be something art related. Like, I kept saying that, and so after a while, I'm posting my pictures and my videos, and people see me driving a boat and just really having a great time. And mind you, this was literally in the beginning of the pandemic, like when everything first shut down, and you had to really mask up and people were still quarantining and everything. I was like, I'm not letting this fucking quarantine stop me. Like, there's no way that I'm canceling my trip. And you can call it selfish or whatever you want. Listen, this is a judgment free zone. Remember, this is my safe space. So you could judge all you want. I ain't gonna hear shit you saying. But anyway, so yeah, so everybody's like, oh my god, like, you just really be living your dreams and this. Yeah, you motherfucking right. Like, we get this one life in this one body. If you believe in reincarnation and being born again and all this, that's your business. I'm not gonna say I don't believe it, but I'm not gonna say I do believe it, because we just gonna leave that right there. But we get this one life in the body that we are in this moment right now, right? And so why deny yourself? Why deprive yourself of joy, of happiness, of having fun, and really exploring life? The world is so fucking big. It's so many places to go, so many people to meet, so many things to do. Why tell yourself you can't? Why deny yourself, like I said, all of this joy and all of the beautiful things that are out there in this crazy ass world? But why deny yourself of that, regardless of your financials or not having a babysit or having to work or whatever? Because truth be told, I've traveled with and without money. I've done so many things to where I haven't rented a penthouse. I can't afford no fucking penthouse. Not yet. But see, there go, power of the words. I can't afford no goddamn penthouse suite yet, but I'm going to. But I was also at a place in my life before too where I couldn't even afford a damn hotel room, even if it was a motel and it was like $50 a night. I remember being there, but I also remember telling myself, yo, like, I'm going to get through this shit. I'm going to get through it. And I did. And, I'm still building, still getting through a lot of things in life and still building my name and my brains and everything. But ultimately, I'm doing shit. I'm doing all the things that I used to tell myself that I couldn't do. And so going back to the LA, like, I guess, speech that I gave myself, I was like, yeah, like, people live through me. Like, there are so many people that I know, friends, family, whatever, that they see the things that I post and they live through me. Because whatever their reasons are, if they feel like they can't, or they're not at a place in their life to, or because they choose to stay stagnant, or whatever it is, everybody's circumstances is different, but people live through me. So I post things because I know people live through me, but also because I genuinely want to share the things that I have experienced in life. And I want to show people that, oh, you've been in Philly your whole life, there's other things outside of Philly. Oh, you've been in New York your whole life, there's other things outside of New York. Like, wherever you are, I want to, inspire and empower and, motivate other people to get out there and see what else is out there, because there's so much stuff out there. Like, it's so much stuff out there. So I was like, the next time that I go to LA, I'm going to be doing something art related. I don't give a shit what it is. I'm going to be doing something art related. And sure enough, that following year, I had got 2 emails. And mind you, before I got the emails and the phone call, I just kept saying, yo, like, I loved LA so much. Like, I'm going back. I'm going back. I'm going back. I'm going back. You know that I'm going back to Cali. Y'all know that damn song. Y'all know what song I'm talking about. But I kept telling myself, yo, I'm going back. I'm going back, and I'm going to have my fucking art somewhere. And so, like, the following year was, although I was dealing with a lot of things at the time, like a breakup, my house flooded through Hurricane Ida, like, I was dealing with so much shit. But the 2 great things happened. And it was because it was supposed to happen, but also because I spoke it into existence, as y'all call it. Y'all spiritual people and all that, whatever. I spoke it into existence. I kept saying it, and I believed it. I wasn't just saying it and just hoping. No, I was saying it. I was hoping. I was believing. I knew. And I willed that shit into existence. It's like, yo, this shit is gonna happen because I deserve that shit. I work hard. I've been creating my ass off all these years. Like, I deserve it's gonna happen. So when that year came, after all of this stuff that had happened to me, like, those were technically 3 traumatic events: the pandemic, the breakup, and then my house flooded. It was a lot. I got an email, and then I got a phone call. So for 2 separate things. So this bookstore, which is like a historical bookstore in LA, in West Hollywood at that, they reached out to me. They wanted to get copies of my book for their store. Like, yo, like, when I say, like, I almost fucking cried, like, reading the fucking email. People have reached out to me about my book, right? And then, so I have a black and white photography book for the people who don't know me. So I have a black and white photography book that I publish, and it's the book celebrates the bodies of T, G, and C people, which is trans, gender non-conforming, non-binary, two-spirit, and alike people. So I had already been overjoyed that a professor from a college in Texas reached out to me. Texas. Now, we all know Texas is not the most fucking progressive place, right? Especially for queer and trans things and all of that stuff, right? Whatever. So when a professor reached out to me and was like, we would like to use some of your work for our gender and sexualities studies there for their curriculum, I was like, holy fucking shit. Hold on. Hold the phone. Y'all know how older people say, hold the phone. Hold on. Wait a minute. Back up. You want to use my artwork to educate the future generation? Are you fucking serious? Hell yeah, let's do this shit. And so, like, I had already been overjoyed from that, right? So now, in the year of, I'll call it the year of LA, when I got the email that the store now wanted to have copies of my book, and I had to do the research on this book. On this store, This store has a documentary on YouTube, on Netflix. They've been mentioned in so many news articles and websites and everything, and it's just like, yo, like, are you fucking serious? Like, let's do this shit. And so, me being me, y'all not just about to buy some damn copies. Like, we not doing that. Y'all gonna get more than some copies. Let's figure out how we can do a book signing, because there's no way. This is the first store that reached out to me to put my book on their shelves, technically, but we ain't gonna get into why I'm saying technically. But anyway, to keep on topic, so I'm like, yo, let's figure out how to do this book signing. So now I kept saying it to myself, even though I sent them the email saying, like, yes, y'all can, purchase copies, blah, 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 but also let's do a book signing. So now, not only did they reach out to me to put the books on the shelves, I willed the shit again into existence that now we about to turn this into a motherfucking book signing too. Hold on, I'm gonna bring you copies of the book, or I'm gonna ship you copies, and I'm gonna be there to sign some too, to autograph some. So, alright, boom. Now I get a phone call, yo, and this is where, for again, a lot of people who don't know me, this is where you're going to start to really learn about all my intersectionalities, which if you read the description of my podcast, my intersectionalities is all of my identities that are coming together. Me being black, me being a queer man, me being a trans guy, like me being a dad, like me being broke, and then me having a little bit of money, and then just all of these things, me being an artist, and all of the things about me, all my labels, all my titles, all of that stuff, that's all my intersectionalities, right? So now I get the phone call, right, about the first ever Trans Pride Long Beach. So essentially it's a big ass pride event, right? But it's focused on trans people. I think it was gender non-conforming people too, but specifically trans people. That's why it's called Trans Pride Long Beach, right? And so I'm like, oh shit, Okay, Trans Pride Long Beach is the first one ever. Okay, so y'all making motherfucking history. Hold on. What am I doing at this? Oh, I'm performing. Oh, I'm a vendor. Hold on. So now I'm looking at my calendar, and now I'm going the fuck to LA for back to back. Like, I think they were like weeks out or the same weekend, or so, I can't remember. I think it was all the same time. I can't remember, but it wasn't too far apart. But it's like, yo, I willed that shit into existence, because going back to the topic is what? Power in your words. You have power in your words. Everybody has power in their words. You gotta say that shit. You gotta believe that shit. You gotta keep on saying it. You gotta keep on believing it. And you gotta put forth some effort too. Obviously, that's with anything. That's why they say hard work pays off. Yes. But literally, I kept saying, yo, the next time I go to LA, I'm coming here with some art. It's going to be something art related. So I then had my books in store. I did a book signing, and I was a vendor and performer at Trans Pride Long Beach. Like, that shit, it just felt so good from the moment of getting the phone call, getting the email, from the moment of, ordering all the things that I needed to make these events happen, to, booking the plane ticket, to receiving confirmation and filling out paperwork to make sure that everything was legit. Like, it was fucking amazing. Like, y'all just, I know some people understand what I'm saying, because y'all already doing this, y'all already practicing this, y'all already, doing this every day. But for those of you that are new to this, like, there is literally power in your words. Like, you have to say all the good shit, say all the positive shit, believe everything that you're saying, because you can't just say it, because it's just kind of like blowing in the fucking wind, like like, that's literally what it's like. If you just saying that shit and you just, oh, I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna hope. No, that's not how that work, baby. You gotta say that shit and you gotta believe it. Say it, believe it, and put some effort in to make sure that you are helping that shit come true. You are helping it will into existence. Like, you are what they call it, manifesting it. Like, yes, like, write it down, say it, make it a part of your mantra every day when you get up. Even if you get up at nighttime because you work a nighttime job, I don't give a shit. Whatever your life is like, listen, find a way to either write it down and put a sticky note on your mirror, or put it on your phone so that you see it on your phone screen, or write it down and, study it to where now you got that shit memorized, but you say it every day. I'ma do this. I can do this. I am this. This is going to happen, and believe it. Everything that you say, and believe it. You have to, and you got to put some effort in so that you make sure that it happens. Don't just, all right, so I'm going to just say, I'm going to get $1 million and then I'm going to leave it alone. Baby, you ain't getting that million. You ain't getting that million. That's not how that work, baby. You got to say it. You got to believe it. You got to have, you got to set these intentions. You know what I mean? And you got to put in some effort. Because if you just say that shit, and that's it, baby, you just blew it in the wind. Now somebody else gonna get it. Because they saying it, they believing it, and they putting in some effort. They setting them intentions. Nah. You gotta say that shit. You gotta believe it every day. So now, like, I got this thing where every day I get up, before I touch my phone, before I go brush my funky ass breath, my teeth, and brush my tongue. All I said breath because that's what I was saying, but I had to elaborate. Don't talk about how I talk. I told you about that last episode. No, but yeah, like, every day, this is what I do. And y'all could copy this, you know what I mean? You could write it down, save it, whatever, and repeat it. But I encourage you to create your own. But so every day, I wake up, I open my eyes, then I close my eyes, I take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. And while my eyes are closed, I tell myself, sometimes I say it out loud, sometimes I just say it in my mind, but it depends on my mood or however it comes out. But I tell myself, I am a king. I am worthy. I am loved. I am wealthy. I am successful. I am appreciative of everything that I have in my life. I can do anything. Nobody can stop me. I'm talented. I'm smart. I'm handsome. I'm beautiful. Like, this is what I tell myself. Oh, and in addition to those things, I also tell myself that I am worthy of love. I'm powerful, and that I'm going to have a great day, and I'm going to accomplish all my goals. It's a lot. I do say a lot, and honestly, sometimes I forget about 2 or 3 of those things, but then I add them in later. I'm human, don't talk shit. But yeah, so I say those things every day. Before, like I said, before I touch this phone, before I check the weather, before I check my messages and notifications, before I do any of that, I make sure I tell myself all of those things, and I believe those things. I'm not just saying that shit just to say it and hoping it. No, I say those things because there's a power in my words, and because I believe those things, and because those things are true. I am powerful. I am wealthy. I am successful. I am handsome. I am beautiful. I am worthy of love. Even though my ex told me I'm not worthy of love, but we're going to talk about that another day. Like, I tell myself these things every day, and I believe it. I believe it, and I put forth the effort to make sure that I know and feel that I'm beautiful. I make sure I braid my own hair. Yes, I braid my own hair. Yes, there's plenty of guys that braid their own hair. Unless y'all want to come braid it. Otherwise, don't judge. Don't talk shit. But I am, I am already successful. I've reached a lot of goals and achievements in my life. I have. The money might not show that, but I have, and I feel good about those things. I feel great about those things. Every day is not going to be easy, but I do tell myself I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to. I have to try to have a good day. But in that moment when I'm waking up, I tell myself I'm going to have a good day. Like, literally. And shit do try me. People do try me. But I have to tell myself that I'm going to have a good day. I have to believe that I'm going to have a good day. And I have to put forth some effort to have a good day, a great day. And most days I do. Most days. Not all the time, but most days I do. And then I take another deep breath. I do my stretching. I do a little bit of light yoga. And I try to have a good day. I'll make some breakfast or just eat every day. This is 2 other things that I do is, I eat a handful of fruit, whether it's a handful of raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, or a half a banana or something. Like, I make sure I have fruit and water are the first 2 things that go in my body once I'm finally up and out the bed. So, I don't know if that's a part of your routine, but maybe you could add that. But if not, that's fine too. I'm just, giving some light encouragement here. But that's what works for me. Also, I'm vegan too, so I know a lot of people that's like not really like vegan and all that. Y'all don't really eat a lot of fruit. I'm just fucking with y'all. But yeah, so I tell myself those things every day. And when shit get hard, I'll be like, yo, like, just breathe, dude. Just breathe. Like, come on, King, you got this. Just breathe. Just breathe. You got this. You're going to get through it. Tomorrow's going to be a better day. Like, you gotta talk to yourself to get yourself through certain things. You know what I mean? And if you feel like you can't talk to yourself, find somebody that you trust to talk to. Find a therapist, a psychiatrist, a life coach, a counselor, somebody, a parent, a guardian, somebody that you trust to help you, to help aid in your betterment, to help aid in, within your encouragement to be better, to get through, to thrive. Because we don't want to just live. No, we ain't just trying to just live. No, we trying to thrive. Which goes back to the power in your words. Like, you trying to thrive, you trying to really live and explore life and all that. Okay, it's a power in your words. Tell yourself, yo, like, I'm going to take myself on a trip. I'm going to explore it, or I'm going to explore the next town over. I'm going to get a bike. I'm going to go ride a bike, or, you know, whatever it is that you have to do. Like, I'm going to try swimming today, or I'm going to try, you know, going fishing. I'm going to learn a new language. But no matter what, when you first get up, make sure you remember the power in your words. Make sure you remember to care for yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are. Truthfully, anybody that knows me know I always say this. I don't believe anybody is ugly. I don't believe that. Because there's plenty of people that think I'm handsome. They think I'm beautiful. But then there's plenty of people that they think I'm fat. I'm too light skinned. My hair too long. Whatever it is. You know, like, everybody got a type, right? Everybody like what they like. Your tea ain't gonna be my kind of tea. And I drink tea without sugar. And I know a lot of y'all probably like, ew, what? So, you know, I don't think anybody is ugly. Now, you can be an ugly person, meaning your actions, your ways, yes. If y'all ever hear me saying, oh, this person's ugly as shit, I'm talking about their character, their personality. I've been with an ugly person. They weren't ugly on the outside, but on the inside, they were ugly as hell. They were nasty as hell on the inside. Just everything was just nasty. But I don't believe anybody is ugly. We all like what we like. So, all of that to say, there's a power in your words. Use that power to encourage yourself, to uplift yourself, to motivate yourself, to fuel yourself, so that you can go out and have a great day, so that you can know that no matter what somebody says, what somebody does, or whatever, listen, you are beautiful, you are powerful, you are successful, you're going to be successful, you are worthy of love, you can do anything that you put your mind to. Whatever it is that you need to tell yourself that's positive, that's uplifting, that's motivating, tell yourself that every day. And don't just tell yourself that. Believe it. And put forth some effort to make sure you are, you know, finding the power in those words, so that you can obtain whatever you're trying to obtain, so that you can achieve whatever you're trying to achieve. Okay? I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I'm going to get better. See, listen, this is me with power in my words. I'm going to get better. I'm going to give y'all better topics each time. I'm going to get better at this public speaking each time. I'm going to reach through to y'all in a better way each time. I'm saying it, I believe it, and I'm going to do it. I love and appreciate y'all for taking y'all time out to listen to me, because y'all could be listening to anybody else or doing anything else, but y'all listening to me right now, so I appreciate that. So, love yourself, believe in yourself. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for taking your time out to listen to me. Remember, there's a power in your words. You are a powerful person. You could do anything. Believe it, say it, put forth some effort to make it true, and you can do anything. Whew, that was deep, right? Take a deep breath. That was deep. Until next time, beautiful people, the God Armani out. Peace.